All right, good morning. It is Monday, June the 3rd, 2024. We hope you had a nice weekend. Beautiful weekend here in Charleston. My new baby, my new son, Hank, is 1 month old today. Amazing how fast the time goes by, but baby Hank and mom are both doing well, feeling lots of love. So we are definitely very, very blessed. Markets last week, equities down a touch, right? You saw rates come up a little bit on the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, right? So PCE, I don't know, it came out basically in line with expectations, 2.7% year over year, 0.3% month over month. Market's just kind of digesting that information. So in terms of financial markets last week, it was a relatively quiet week. Okay, so I thought I would use this opportunity for Monday here to just spend a couple minutes discussing something that is near and dear to our hearts here at the office: alternative investments. Okay, so I'm being a little facetious. Those of you that know me well, and just in terms of our investment philosophy, we're not big fans of alternative investments by and large. I've spent a great deal of time researching different products and at the end of the day, like net of fees, I don't think it's in the best interest for most investors. Okay, alternative investments can be great for the fund managers that package these products, but what made me think of it. So late last week, I saw a headline come across my screen. 9 Point Partners, which is a large Canadian asset manager, fairly large. They manage about $7 billion in assets. Came across my screen. They're suspending cash distributions on 3 of their private credit funds that make up about $2 billion in client assets. Okay, where you stop getting paid and your money's you can't get it, right? So which we see a lot with we work with a number of clients who owned alternative investments previously, and then they begin to work with our firm, and we're still trying to get a number of clients out of old private investments. Okay, so anyway, so I see this headline across the screen, and I thought, hey, let's just spend a couple minutes talking about it today. Okay, so I just wanted to make 2 points as it pertains to alternative investments. Number one, anytime you see superior returns being promised, you have to watch out. You have to have red flags go up anytime you see superior returns, okay? Because one of two things is happening anytime you see, this is going to pay a 10 or 12% distribution, until it doesn't, right? Kind of like this 9 Point Partners, right? So anytime you see superior returns, watch out, right? Because one of two things is happening. You're either the fund is selling, either there's much more risk that's involved than they're leading on the strategy to have, right? So it's either more risky than you think, or two, you're being packaged goods that might not be of the highest quality. Okay, so point one, anytime you see superior returns being promised, you need to have red flags go up all over the place and start digging in, doing some more due diligence. Point number two, many times these alternative investments get sold, the argument is, oh, well, you need an asset class that isn't correlated, right? That's just a fancy word for, do two different asset classes move kind of lockstep with each other, right? So, and there's benefits if they don't, right? So, if stocks might go up, bonds go down sometimes, that's diversification, because at times they have a negative correlation. So a lot of times these alternatives are marketed as, hey, you should have some exposure to this because it's a different asset class that isn't correlated with, the stock market, for example. Okay, the problem is that claim is largely unfounded, simply because these alternative investments are rarely marked to market. All right, marked to market, that just means how often are the prices updated, right? So if you sign into like a stock market account, like you could, we wouldn't recommend this, but you could sign in, look at it in Schwab or Fidelity or Altruist, whatever. You could press refresh, you could wait 3 minutes, press refresh again, and you get updated prices, right? Well, with alternative investments, that doesn't happen. Like for many packaged products, like the alternative investment, like the prices don't get updated for years, like multiple years. It'll say you still own whatever 100,000 of fund XYZ. It sits there, but obviously the underlying assets within that fund are moving. So the diversification claim just doesn't really work for me. Yeah, so somebody once, I thought it was kind of fun. They shared with me, like, picture like your house, like your primary residence. If it had like a monitor, like almost like a ticker tape running underneath like the front door, or right above the front door of your house. And it was like, all right, like, this house is up $1,000 today. It's down 2,000 tomorrow, right? Can you imagine? Like, obviously that doesn't happen, right? Like on real estate and things like it does, stock market, where you can click and get an updated price every day. But by and large, most alternative investments, you're not going to achieve that diversification benefit. Many of them come with a tremendous amount of risk. Overnight, like this 9 Point Partners, you just stop getting paid. You can't get your money out, right? And that's another huge risk with a lot of these alternatives. You're kind of tied in. And so just thought I would spend a couple minutes venting, if you will, on some of these alternatives. If you can't tell, it is just near and dear to our heart. There's just we help too many clients that we're still trying to just get so many of them out of some of these investments that they were put in a handful of years ago. So just kind of a message of caution today. Just be prudent, do your own due diligence. Certainly reach out to our firm if you ever have questions on any opportunities that you might be presented. Outside of that, we received the jobs report this Friday. Okay, so we'll get the May employment report, which will be really interesting. We've seen some of the initial jobless claims start to that picture start to get a little more cloudy. So I'm really excited to see what that data holds on Friday. Outside of that, we hope everyone has a great week. Again, questions, comments, concerns, we love hearing from you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.